Good morning. Welcome to a very early Sunday morning and my first 360-degree ghost hunt. This is the North St. Clair Bridge, and according to legend, according to don't mess up. I have no way to edit and cut these videos. So according to legend, it is haunted by Snake Bite Scroggs with 2 O's, who legend has it hanged rather 2 young lovers who ventured too close to his fishing hole. So take that with a grain of salt, because if you go to the Scooby-Doo encyclopedia online, or the Scoobypedia, if you replace those 2 O's with a U, you have Snake Bite Scroggs, who was a character in the animated series in the Zombie Island episodes. But according to local lore, this area is haunted by that blue heron. The legend says that you can see the 2 lovers hanging from the bridge when conditions are right. Maybe on All Hallows Eve. But we're going to take video of the bridge just to see if we can see 2 lovers on the bridge. Who's to say maybe art imitates life? And maybe the makers of Scooby-Doo got this from Painesville. Doesn't look like I have the range required to video the 2 lovers. But I don't see anything, and I'm not going to take an audio reading. I also never hit record. Right. So my $40 Chinese camera, even with an a modification of an IR light. Doesn't have the range to video the bridge, so I think this one's bogus anyway, but moving on. The brakes should be nice and squeaky now. Oh. Low light filter is supposed to be pretty good, but let's see if we can't help it out a little bit. Let's take another lap, just in case Snake Bite Scroggs decides to make an appearance. I think all we're going to stir up is a skunk or a raccoon. Nothing. Nothing that I see anyway. So there's a number of local legends in this area, a number of hauntings. One of them being the Riders Inn in Menor. Supposedly haunted by a former caretaker or owner. And there is the poorhouse over on Route 84 that is haunted by a number of individuals. I guess there's a history there as well involving the state no longer caring for the poor and indigent and mentally ill. And so they left it up to the counties. And each county then was responsible for constructing a house to feed and home the undesirables. Even unwed mothers were sent there. But what we're looking for next is a ghost by the name of Lucy, who used to escape said poorhouse on Route 84 at all times of the year, even in winter, and she would often catch frostbite. And because of her flight risk, they would keep her in the dungeon down below the poorhouse, which literally looks like, if you look online, like a medieval dungeon. Let's go check out the Fairport Lighthouse. Oh, weird moon. It's just like a sliver. Is that a new moon? I don't know if it's waning or waxing. Wax on, wax off. Fairport lighthouse, what we're going to see, there's a new lighthouse, but the original old one is haunted by a spectral cat. That's crazy over there. That haunts the crawl spaces. As tempted as I am to head right for Lucy, because Lucy would run around nude. Oh. I guess cats can be creepy. In medieval times, the Pope or some sort of, I think it was the Pope, or maybe it was the, head of the Church of England, somebody, I think it was the Pope, but yeah, I'm almost certain it was the Pope now, but became convinced that cats were the devil. So people in England and all throughout Europe began collecting cats. It's like witch hunt, witch trial kind of stuff, and Grand Inquisition, that kind of thing. But they would round up the cats and burn them. And shortly thereafter, because there was nothing to control the rodent population, the Black Plague ravaged Europe. Not sure what this guy's doing. Maybe he's out looking for Lucy too. Oh, here's a little graveyard. Let me know if you see any specters, full body apparitions, Slimer. like they're preparing for some sort of event. Oh, we got an eerie glow at the Fairport lighthouse. Any cats? No cats. I'm actually going to go back the same way because that road is very bumpy. Back down the other way. And the other way is hilly, which isn't bad, but it leads to the bumpy road. I also think this will be faster since it's mostly downhill. I know that truck. That ain't no stranger. That's a Ford Ranger. That's never gonna get old for me. What we're all looking for is Lucy. I mean, sure, a ghost cat would be pretty cool, but a naked woman running down the road, even cooler. So for those of you who do not know, I grew up in an old schoolhouse that was moved from Meadville, Pennsylvania. But I lived in Espyville, and that entire area has a history of which I was recently unaware until I made that the flapjack video. Went kayaking and I looked up the Adena people that used to call pontooning home, and I have found arrowheads and such in that area, and I know my mother grew up finding them in creek beds and, you know, all around Painesville. But there were several forts, like Indian forts and mounds, that I'm sure has since been, you know, who knows, plowed over and planted with corn or soybean or something. But the old historical documents map out or explain where those burial mounds were, or, you know, ceremonial mounds. I guess I shouldn't assume that they were burial mounds. And it's so weird that I moved up here, and then, you know, on the Ohio lakeshore here, there was another prehistoric people who also constructed mounds. You can find that in my Indian Point video. So there are people who believe that very old places hold power and mystery and spirits that haunt from beyond the grave. But at the very least, those sorts of tales are gateways for history, like a gateway drug. And here in September, we're kicking off the unofficial beginning of fall. Some of us can't wait. Summer doesn't officially end till the end of September, but after Labor Day you can't wear white, so that means evil is looming, you know. You don't want your purity and your chastity advertised. I'm gonna shut that off and save it. I have another one, but you know what, let's leave it on. Makes for a better video. Plus it'll scare away any more ghosts. But remember, we're keeping an eye out for Lucy. Who will be in her birthday suit. Painesville is a very old place. And one of the places I wanted to go was an old cemetery. And I dilly-dallied, and the sun's starting to come up. But I did that on purpose because it doesn't open till 9. And I'm a little afraid that I'm gonna get cited for trespassing. Because back in my time, I have heard tales of vandalism going on in cemeteries, tombstones knocked over by rowdy kids and such. And I don't want to be confused as a vandal. The way I'm lit up here, I don't think that's going to happen. But maybe if this video is successful, I will set off for that cemetery. Or maybe if I'm feeling up for it, I'll go today. Who knows? So all of the facts and stuff that I read off, or that I read about the cemetery and memorized, I'm gonna hold on to see if I actually go there before I dive into all that. Otherwise, I'm not gonna have much to talk about. I'm just gonna run this because there's no one here. Crossing over the Grand River again. This is closer to its dumping point in Lake Erie. And this is not the haunted bridge. But who knows? Maybe that's why we didn't see Scroggs. Maybe he hopped bridges. Hopefully the audio turns out. Not quite sure how that's going to work out. I brought my Gatorade. Out of breath now. It smells like sawdust, plywood. Okay, we can take a break. We're going. Oh, it turned green. How about that? Okay, we should be entering Lucy's stomping grounds now. That's the haunted Dunkin' Donuts. It's haunted by D's nuts. Smells of McDonald's. Shift here. Okay. Looks like the square is lit up for the holiday already. And somebody tagged the shitter. LLN. Little Lucy Network. Lucy should be here. I don't know what's going on. I mean, there's a raccoon. Are you Lucy? I don't think that's Lucy. We've also got hallowed ground here, so it's possible that Lucy won't venture this far. people out and about. I didn't expect that. I'm going to check our battery level here before we decide what we do next. Looks like we got about half. If we're going to make this one continuous video though. I don't think I can even stitch them together. They did update the app, but I don't have the capability to edit 360 videos. So I'm recording this on a lavalier mic that's connected to the camera. My audio anyway. So Lucy was a bust, but we may be too late. It's too early, I think. Ooh, living dangerously. We're moving now. Our brake was stuck. Deer. There was a deer there. I actually almost hit a deer on a bicycle too. I hit one on a motorcycle, and then I almost tagged one on a bicycle back when I was a kid. I was coming down a hill just like that. It was on a dirt road at the time, but go on the sidewalk here because I'm gonna be a very slow moving vehicle here. Oops, that's no good. Oh, we're grinding. We never go this low. Let's try that again. We're gonna have to shift our front cog, I think. There we go, let's try that. Ooh, Wade does not like that gear at all. We're gonna find a gear here eventually. Tree. Okay, we made it, but they're gonna bury me here. Oh boy, lots of deer. Alright, so that was this is Memorial Row, I believe they call it. My breath finally returned. In honor of Spanish Spanish American War. Coming up on that deer again. think this is Lucy. All right, I'm going to take a minute to change batteries here. But this is pretty cool. This is an internment crypt, or I guess interred, not internment, but this is where they would inter the dead in the winter months, because back in the day when the ground was frozen, you know, with lack of machinery, no one could dig down deep enough to bury someone, so they would store them here until the ground thawed. So that's pretty wild. Let me change everything out. We'll start it again. Actually, we might be in trouble. I don't think I have a battery. I thought I threw it in here, but I must not have. So in the search to look for ghosts, I almost became one. Darn it. I wish I would have remembered that. Got everything else though. The battery, I think the cord for the charger was not plugged in all the way. So this one had 75%. And I don't know what the other one charged up to, but it was about dead. But I charged it and I thought I threw it in the bag as I left. But I guess not. Yeah, it's not in there. Maybe I decided to take it out at the last minute. Wait, I feel something. No, I don't. Okay. So this is probably where everything's going to go dead on me. Bummer. Yep, nothing. Shoot. Let's see how much we got left. Oh, we're getting low. Recorded in 5.3 because the low light. I thought it would work better. Bummer. Oh well. Well, we're up to like an hour anyway. But so there's a cemetery was started in 1860 when the city started to buy land from some prominent families. I think Western Reserve and some other families in the area that had owned this. And so anyone buried prior to 1860, they started moving in 1897 as the city started restructuring. But there's a number of there's 2 African American Civil War veterans here, among other Civil War veterans. There's quite a few Revolutionary War veterans, a few of them who were founders. There's a connection to Aaron Burr. I don't remember the man's name, but Aaron Burr had asked him to go on an expedition with him, but he declined. I think it's Anison something. And I did, here, we'll pull it up here. I got a map, walking tour map. So it's a really, really old place. Anison, still looking. Anison Sessions. He was highly admired during the Revolutionary War. And there's a few, Abraham Skinner. He erected a barn in Painesville and was where they held their first court session. And there's Gladys Gibson. During the 1929 Cleveland Clinic disaster, she stayed in a building that was on fire to call for help. And so she's buried with honors. She's the first person to receive, what did she receive? Civilian Award, Theodore N. Vail Medal for Noteworthy Public Service. There's a Major League Baseball player here. But let's go look at Gladys Gibson's grave. She is number 2, Division F. So that would be back where I came in, but on the other side of the cemetery. Now again, this place doesn't officially open until 9, so technically I'm breaking the law. I'm going to continue riding. Against city law. I'm going to continue riding up through here. I've actually never been here before. And supposedly there's a marker that is designed to look like a tree. So I'm going to keep an eye out for that. So that'd be pretty cool. I think it's like a cement tree. And of course Gladys Gibson's grave is back the other way, but like I said, I've never been here before, so I'm just going to ride around. We did disturb some deer. I think we got everyone scared away by now, though. Excuse me. Oh, there's a couple suffragists, women who fought for the right to vote, a few abolitionists, those who worked with the Underground Railroad to bring about the end of slavery or to help slaves escape the South, like a network of, not an actual railroad, it's a figurative railroad, a network of transportation families and individuals who would hide people along the way so that the man hunters or the slave hunter, bounty hunters that would come after the slaves would not catch them or find them. I think I see it. Oh no, that's an actual tree. Never mind. I'm sure some of these are war memorial trees. Oh, is that Gladys Gibson over there? Or Lucy? The herd of deer is back. I think they're struck by my headlights. I'm gonna stop just so I don't chase them into traffic. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Some over there too. Oh, this is cool. And some young ones. I'm gonna go around the other way. I'm gonna chase them out, get them hit by a car or something. I'm perfectly fine with interrogating a raccoon as to whether or not it's Lucy, but I don't want to put deer in unnecessary danger, especially if they got young ones. I'm sure there's a culling program of some sort, but that's something that surprised me when I moved to the city, is how tame the wildlife is, which is not necessarily a good thing. I don't know if people feed them or what. F. It's probably around here somewhere. Let's see. F is the second one back. So is it to my left? I'm not sure if there's another row up here. I think it's this one. They said there was a medallion here. Grace Hanfrey, Baffrey, something, I'm not sure. Some of these medallions I think are old Revolutionary War veterans. Should be in here somewhere. Yeah, I drove past it. I think that's too far up. Should be here somewhere. Down on the other end. I thought that said Bigfoot for a second. Crowfoot. Okay, so yeah, it's down there. In the middle of F somewhere. Greer. What's that? Oh, Proctor. These are pretty old. Might be one of these. Row. Well, it's probably that one there. Or one of these real old ones. Kind of worn off. It's supposed to be a medallion here, though. Yeah, I don't know. What's that one say? Ruth. No. Oh, that's somewhere in here. Okay. I think it's probably worn down so that it can't be read. But I don't see it. It should be in this area somewhere. I don't think these are labeled, these ones in front. I mean, I don't think that's part of F. Looks like it's part of H. Yeah, it's part of H, so it wouldn't be there. All right. This is a beautiful cemetery. I think there would be more of a view. Those trees are obscuring the river. Okay, so I almost died getting this video to you on that hill, and I've decided to go home a different way. I don't want to go back down that hill, and I don't want to go up the other side. Up the other side's a little easier, but I was in a little better shape when I did that too, so as long as I got up the hill, I think that's good. Never quit, you know, never give up. I saw movement up here. I was looking, make sure I wasn't gonna get run over. I think there's a deer up here. Yeah, something jumped. Guardrail. Oh wow, that's really something. That's beautiful. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I don't know what happened there. If I slipped the chain or what? Thank you. I broke a spoke for sure. Oh, that's what happened. I don't know. Actually, I have no idea what happened. Spoke caught front wheel, maybe? I was pedaling, and then all of a sudden, it just locked up on me. I think the spoke probably went through the wheel, maybe. Okay. That's weird because everything was tight when I left. All right. Everything appears to still be working. Now the running theory is the front tire torqued, spoke broke, and now I'm going to ride home with the front brake unhooked because the tire was rubbing on the front fork. So we should be able to limp this thing home. We got back brakes, but no front brakes. We got a wobbly tire. Ooh, and that is broken. Also, I think. Don't worry about that later. So a very slow speed crash. It's a good thing that didn't happen on the downhill. Front tire's really wobbling. Let's see what rattles free on the railroad tracks. Nothing, it would seem. Any normal person would keep their speed down, but not I.